books can be used for storytelling. Now, Abiyoyo is a book you can sing, which makes perfect sense because it was written by a folk singer, Mr. Pete Seeger, who's here with us today. Hi, Pete.
Hi.
Pete, tell us where you got the idea to write the book, Abiyoyo.
Oh, quite unintentional. I was singing a lullaby to my kids about 35 years ago. And, you know, kids get about 3 years old and they discover that lullabies are propaganda songs.
What do you mean propaganda?
Oh, they don't want to go to sleep. They howled me down. No, we want a story. So I compromised, as one does in this world. Said, okay, I'll figure out a story, but I'll sing you the song, too. Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo. Based on a South African lullaby and folk story. Text by Pete Seeger. Illustrations by Michael Hayes. Spoken and sung by me, Pete Seeger. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who played the ukulele. Around town he'd go. Clink, clunk, clunk. Clunk, clink, clunk. The grown-ups would say, "Take that thing out of here." Not only that, the boy's father got in trouble. The boy's father was a magician. He had a magic wand. He'd go zoop, zoop, and make things disappear. But he played too many tricks on people. He'd come up to someone about to drink a nice cold glass of something. Zoop! The glass disappears. Someone doing a hard job of work. Up comes the father with his magic wand. Zoop! No saw. He'd come up to someone about to sit down after a hard day's work. Zoop! No chair.
That's not funny.
Yeah, right. Get out of town.
People said to the father, "You get out of here too. Take your magic wand and your tricks, and you and your son just get." And the boy and his father were ostracized. That means it made him live on the edge of town. Now in this town, they used to tell stories. The old people used to tell stories about the giants that lived in the old days. They used to tell a story about a giant called Abiyoyo. They said he was as tall as a tree and could eat people up. Of course, nobody believed the story, but they told it anyway. One day, the sun rose blood red over the hill. The first people got up and looked out the window. They saw a great big shadow in front of the sun, and they could feel the whole ground shake. Women screamed. Strong men fainted. Run for your lives! Abiyoyo's coming! He comes to the sheep pasture. He grabs a whole sheep. He comes to the cow pasture. He grabs a whole cow. Grab your most precious possessions and run! Run! Just then, the boy and his father woke up. "Hey, Pa, what's coming over the field?" "Why, son, that's Abiyoyo. Oh, if only I could get him to lie down. I could make him disappear." The boy says, "Come with me, Pa." He grabs his father by one hand. The father gets the magic wand, and the boy gets his ukulele. They run across the fields. People yell, "Don't go near him! He'll eat you alive!" There was Abiyoyo. He had long fingernails because he never cut them. He had slobbery teeth because he didn't brush them. Stinking feet because he didn't wash them. He raised up with his claws. Just then the boy whips out his ukulele. Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo. Well, you know the giant had never heard a song about himself before. And a foolish grin spread over the giant's face. The giant started to dance. Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo. The boy went faster. Abiyoyo, yo-yo, yo-yo, Abiyoyo, yo-yo, yo-yo, Abiyoyo. The giant got out of breath. He staggered. He fell down flat on the ground. Up steps the father. Abiyoyo disappeared. He's gone. The people ran across the fields. They lifted the boy and his father up on their shoulders. They say, come back to town, bring your darn ukulele, we don't care anymore. And they all sang, Abiyoyo, 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 yo-yo, yo-yo, Abiyoyo, yo-yo, yo-yo. And that's the story of Abiyoyo.
Great story, Pete. I think I like the disappearing part the best.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
How come?
Time for me to disappear. Zoop.